Hey guys, it's your girl Glamo Famo, aka Misha So Bossy, aka annoyed as shit because I have a neighbor who has some pit bull puppies and they fucking bark all day, so you'll probably hear them because I am trying to make a quick recording outside before I go in the house and take the deepest nap I've ever taken in life. So I wanted to do a quick update about my move, my relocation to Charlotte, which is tentative and impending. So some new developments have come up, some new roadblocks, and what I want to say is that I really do want to move to Charlotte. You know what? I think Charlotte is my dream spot to move to, but I don't think that's going to be my first move, unfortunately, at this moment. With some heavy reconsideration and some heavy thinking, I'm definitely moving. But I had to be a little more practical in my move at this moment. And practicality, is that a word? If that's not a word, that's a dope ass word, but y'all know what I'm saying. But I think it's a word. So anyway, practicality causes for me to move somewhere closer and more practical for my children's sake. And as y'all seen in the other videos before, this is strictly for my family. I am trying to get out of the city for my family. And at this moment, Charlotte is throwing me so many damn roadblocks and fucking daggers. I'm thinking it's a hating ass bitch right now. Damn. Every freaking road I try to take to Charlotte is just no, not right now. I did a lot of meditation and a lot of praying on that location. It be some random ass just white people riding through my neighborhood, and I stay in the hood. I know what you're here for. Don't make me call the deputies on you, okay? No, but so yeah, I'm getting a lot of roadblocks with moving to Charlotte, and I'm still trying. I keep filling out applications. Let me tell you how deep this roadblock was the other day. I had a phone interview set up with a company. This lady calls. I'm supposed to do the phone interview, and I go into a different location at work so I can catch the call or whatever when she calls. The lady never calls and then sends me an email unfortunately, we weren't able to connect with you for your phone interview. I'm like, bitch, you never called me. So I don't know if that was just fate or what it was. But anyway, okay, so I'm supposed to, as I said before, my daughters are currently in Mississippi with their father, and my sons are currently in Indianapolis with their father. So both sets of my children are with their dads in different states. My daughters and their dad is not working out at all, but you know how children think the grass is greener on the other side? They've never lived with this man a day in their life. They really didn't know how he was. I never really spoke about him at all. I mean, they knew I didn't like him, and they probably figured I didn't like him because he didn't help me out a lot, but I got a lot of my own personal reasons as to why I didn't like their dad. But I never told them, and I never talked down on their dad. It would just be he's responsible for creating your relationship, and it will hurt them so much that he wouldn't create their relationship, that he wouldn't reach out to them, or he wouldn't be the one that tried to be a father. So he would get pissed because they didn't call him, and I'm like, this is what I had to deal with as him being your father. So my daughter's to be 15 this year. They finally got a chance to go live with their dad, and they absolutely hate it. They see exactly who he was. They see who I knew who he was, but I had to give them the chance to see that he is that person, or else they were resenting me for it. They felt like it was my fault. Now, on the other hand, I have I call my children sets because they're so far apart. So my daughters are 15, and then my sons are 6 and 3. And they share the same father. My son's father have always been in their lives. Has always taken care of them, even when me and him not on good terms. He still takes care of his children. Still does what he has to do for the children. He came into my daughter's lives when they were 5 years old. So he's been in their life for 10 years. He primarily stepped in and was doing everything that their dad should have been doing at that point, but was not doing. And he still does. He, them, like, he'll still say, like, them my kids too. So he still claims them to an extent, but my daughters know that's not their father. So my daughters would get really jealous of the fact that my son's dad was there. Even though, he would still extend himself to them. He would still get them things if they needed it. He would still help me out with them. Still treated them like family, very much so. His family treats them like family too, very much so. Was never, because they didn't have to, because me and him we're not in a relationship. We're not together. So they didn't have to extend that branch to my daughters. They were mine, but they're they family sisters. So, but my daughters just had to see that whole dynamic. And then my daughters had went through a lot of stuff with me and him. So they saw the personal relationship with me and him versus seeing a personal relationship with their father. And then they would be like, why you don't have that with my daddy? Because your daddy is a bitch. I'm sorry, on the record. He just is. I don't have that relationship because we never had that. I mean, we had that relationship, but it broke all bad. And even though this would break bad all the time, it's a whole different breed with him. So anyway, saying all of that as to say, I've come to the conclusion that there is a 95% chance that we're going to move to Indianapolis. And this is all for the sake of my children. I definitely don't want to move to Indianapolis because let me stop. I'm not going to say I definitely don't want to move there, but I don't want the drama that I feel like is going to come with me moving there. But I feel like my children deserve a fair chance. My sons have been with their dad for this whole year. And I don't want to take them from that. And me saying I don't want to take them from that is that if my sons, first of all, I've said I don't want my children to come step foot back in the city. So I don't want them to get comfortable with me going to get them and them coming back and me having to figure out somewhere for us to go move to a different state. No. My children live a comfortable life where they are now. My children stay in, a cul-de-sac. They go outside. They ride their bikes. No shooting, no problems, none of that. Here at home today, I don't let my children go outside. I see how happy my children are with their dad. How happy they are, being with their other brother and their sister. I don't want to take them away from that. Also, I've always lived for 15 years. Since I've been 19 years old, I've been a single mother. And I never was that single mother that was like, I'm going to make you do something. I'm going to make you pay child support. I'm going to make you take care. I've never been that single mother. I had these kids, and that's because my mom always put that into me. Them your kids. He going to be there or not. You always got to take care of those children. So my mom put that in me. That's how I've always lived. These my kids. I got to do it. I'm so tired. I'm so tired of doing this shit all by myself. And if I already have that help, I'm not denying it no more. I know I need that help because I know mentally it came to a point where it all broke bad for me mentally. And I don't need all that strain on myself because I have these teenage daughters who want to be rebellious. And then I have these school age and younger children, you know what I'm saying, that I'm not doing this shit by myself no more. I didn't make these kids by myself. I'm not doing it by myself no more. And I'm not moving to Mississippi. That's not an option at all, ever in life. Not once. So, my son's father is willing to help me out. You know, if I move to Indiana, he's willing to do what he got to do to help me out. So, that's looking like the move. I did say whoever gave me a job first, either Charlotte or Indiana. But I'm starting to look into some different options because just staying here is not an option. And I know that my children would be better off there. And even if I got to move to Indianapolis first and then move to Charlotte next after I get my feet in the ground, get my feet wet or whatever, and figure out how to do this shit, then that's what it's going to have to be. But for now, Indianapolis is the move. Tentative date is June. My daughter's graduating May 23rd, so my son's dad and I and the boys are going to go to graduation, and then hopefully when we come back, me and the girls will be able to pack up and I can move. And I'm going to look into some self-employment options when I get there. But, you know, I'm not worried because I always land on my feet. And that's probably why I'm just going to go ahead and step out on faith. If I don't get a job before I get there, I know it's anything that I can do. Shit, if I got to flip burgers to make shit work, I'm lying. I'm totally lying. I'm not going to flip nobody damn burgers. I'll probably hold before I flip burgers, to honestly tell you the truth. I just don't have that working spirit in me to flip burgers. Not saying there's anything wrong with flipping burgers. Like, maybe if I was the manager flipping burgers, that'll work. But I'll probably be self-employed before I have to flip burgers. Like, I got a lot of shit I know how to do. So, yeah. That's the deal. Just wanted to update y'all real quick. I know this not real quick because y'all know none of my videos are real quick. But I just wanted to let y'all know what was going on with me. And then I'll update later with some move dates because I'm definitely moving. I'm on the move. I'm on the move. Bye. See y'all later. Have a good day.